Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing my 10 favorite spring fragrances for 2021. This is not scripted at all, just off the cuff, so we'll see how this goes. My number one spring fragrance this year is quite easy. It's Creed Aventus. It's the best all season, all occasion fragrance there is. It really is, and it's worth the money. It's 100% worth it. The way it makes me feel when I wear it, it's elegant but casual. So I can wear it in, if I'm going to school, going to work, going to a meeting, going to an interview, anything. It's perfect for that. Is it the best fragrance ever? No. But is it the best, or if not one of the best, all season, all occasion fragrances? Yes, and I just think spring fits it best. My number two fragrance is going to be Aqua de Parma Colonia Club. This is sort of a mint bomb, and the way I describe it to people who've never smelled it is take Creed's Green Irish Tweed and add a ton of mint into it, like a ton of mint. It's not a toothpaste minty fragrance smell, it's more of a spicy mint. So add that spicy mint into Green Irish Tweed and you get Colonia Club. It's perfect for the spring. It's another one down here in Florida I can wear in pretty much any season. In the winter, it gives off a little bit of icy, cool feel, but in spring, it works best. Number three, and this is a recent acquisition, very recent, and with more time, this could have been number one, is a Cocoa Moon by Beach Giza. This fragrance is absolutely wonderful. It's like sort of pineapple-y, not in an Aventus way, a little bit of oak moss, perfect for like a spring night going out scent. I don't club, but if I was going to, like a nice dinner or something, I'll probably put Cocoa Moon on. Number four, we have a designer here, Versace Eros. Y'all know about it, sweet, minty, a little bit of apple in there. Very, very nice fragrance, great projection, great longevity. It lasts for however long I need it to. Number five, we have Creed Himalaya. This one's still growing on me. There's days I love Himalaya, and there's days I don't like it much. It's just sort of mid to me. The way I describe it is sort of like a niche sauvage. It's a little metallic, it's a little sweet, not aquatic, but it has a little bit of that vibe. It's enjoyable. It's very enjoyable. A lot of people around me like it. It's something that people around me like it more than I do myself, but I'm coming to terms with liking it more, if that makes sense. It's very wearable, which is why it's so high in this list. And I see myself liking it more and more as the season progresses. I have a 10 ml decant that I'm looking forward to using most of. Number six, we have Mephisto by Xerjoff. So, I like Silver Mountain Water. I think it's a good fragrance, but the inkiness turns me off of it a little bit. This is Silver Mountain Water without the inkiness, and I loved it. I'm going to be picking up a 30 ml bottle probably next month of this, and I'll likely go through it pretty quick. Super wearable down here. Projects well, lasts forever as long as I need it to. And it just smells very, very nice. Sort of in the same lane as Aventus. You can dress it up or you can dress it down. Great. My number seven fragrance for the spring of 2021 is Oodwood by Tom Ford. This fragrance, people complain about its longevity and projection, but for this, I like it because it's not heavy, but it has some depth to it, it has some oomph, and I can use it in the spring because it's not going to overpower people, but it's still light enough to where I can wear it in like 75, 80 degree weather, and it's great. Oodwood is one of those, like a soft oud, kind of like moderate wood. It's a little sweet, a little dark, just a great, great fragrance. My number eight is going to be Enchanted Forest by Vagabond Prince. I don't own this because I don't really see a point owning this when I have, other like Cocoa Moon, Aventus right now. It's really, really, really good, and perhaps that'll change in the future. I feel like it's a mix of a few fragrances, some that came after it, so I can't say, it was influenced by it. But Enchanted Forest to me is almost if you take Aventus, something fruity like, I hate to bring Beach Giza back into it, but Beach Giza is like Cocoa Moon, and you get Beach Giza's Ocean Water, where Ocean Water we'll go over to in summer. It has a little bit of an airy, almost like cut grass feel to it, and Cocoa Moon has that fruity, gentlemanly vibe, and Aventus has that just overall like slightly smoky but still fruity vibe. You mix all that together and you get Enchanted Forest. The bottle's amazing. And if I found one, for a good deal, I might pick it up. But generally, I do prefer Aventus, and I do prefer, Cocoa Moon, and you'll find out in summer I prefer Ocean Water. But it's still an amazing fragrance. I'd still give it, a good 9 out of 10, which is why it's on this list. And I feel like, maybe with more wears, I'd like it more. I went through a 5 ml decant earlier last year, and I liked it. I went through it in about a month and a half, so I used it quite a bit of it. My 9 fragrance is another new acquisition. It's a decant. I know you guys will learn. I don't really buy bottles that often. I'm more of a decant person. It's like I'm sort of a minimalist, but I love fragrances, and decants and samples is the way I cope with that. So when I buy a bottle, it means I really, really like the fragrance. If you guys want to know my 7 bottles, 6 I have right now, there's 7th on the way. We'll see when that comes. I have Aqua de Parma Colonia Club, Creed Aventus, Creed Viking, Creed Elysium Imperial, Creed Virgin Island Water, and Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. And I have a Norn by Slumber House. I'm waiting for it now. And I have I actually have 4 bottles coming in next week, but you'll see that when they come. So my number 9 fragrance is Boss Bottled Eau de Parfum by Hugo Boss. This is great. I'm not the biggest fan of the original. It's a little 1 million-y to me, and I'm not a big fan of 1 million. It smells like sweet saliva. But this fragrance slaps. It's almost autumnal, but it just works better in the spring for me. Like I'll spray it on. I get like an sort of a crisp, I don't know how to describe it. It's like almost crisp apple, but it's not super appley. It's just nice. You have to experience it. It's great. It's one of the best designers on the market for me. I don't know. There's something about it that just really draws me in. And recently I've been sort of bored by designer perfumery in a way, because everything's sort of smelling the same. But this, people say, oh, it has an Invictus vibe. Not to me. Not off my skin. For me, it's sweet, yeah, but it's still original. It's still itself. I love it for that. Boss Bottled Eau de Parfum, I only have a decant, but that could very well go into a bigger decant or a bottle eventually. And number 10 is a bottle I used to have. I ended up selling because I didn't wear it as much. Now I'm sort of regret selling it because I like vetiver more. That is Elysium Parfum Cologne by Raja Dove. This is good. It's a good fragrance. I do want to say Aventus is better. People compare the two. I think Aventus is a better fragrance, but this is still dang good fragrance. What can I say about it? It's not been said. The grapefruit, vetiver, slight ambergris. It's just very nice. It's very refined, very mature, and that's sort of my issue with it, though. I'm 23. I'm in college. I don't need something that makes me smell a silly 40 plus or 35 plus. But, in 15 years, this will be the juice I'm reaching for. But it's nice. It's very, very nice. I don't have much else to say about it. It's really nice. And I should let you guys know, the way I structure these lists is I have, my top 10 for each season, but there's no overlap. So if there was overlap, you'd see a lot of the same fragrances now that you'd see, maybe in May when I make my summer list. Some summer fragrances on my summer list that would make it in here. Let me read them off real quick. There'd be Elysium Imperial. That is an amazing, amazing fragrance. Can be worn 8 months out of the year down here in Florida. Versace Mano Fraiche, one of the best designers on the market. Beach Giza's Bay Rum, Beach Giza's Ocean Water, 2 master works of perfumery. Tom Ford Neroli Portofino, y'all know about that. Aqua de Profumo is a good fragrance. Bergamoto di Calabria by Aqua de Parma. I'm actually going to have a review out of that soon. But y'all see what I mean by that fragrance. So opening's arguably the best bergamot note I've ever smelled, and then it just goes sort of into safe territory. It's a little disappointing. And Une Jardin and Mediterranee by Hermes. That's a really good one too. I guess the last one would be Aqua de Joe Absolute Instinct by Armani. I really, really don't like Aqua de Joe Absolute. A review of that is coming extremely soon. It gives me a massive headache. I think it's a horrible, horrible fragrance. And it sucks because it really, if you smell it from the nozzle, it smells amazing. If you smell it from a tester, it smells amazing. But off skin is unwearable for me. Um, but instinct though, that's nice. We go to the autumn list. Any of these would make it. Layton by Parfums de Marley is my scent of the day yesterday. You could argue that would be the best men's fragrance of all time, and I couldn't give you a good rebuttal on that. It's an amazing fragrance. Would it make my top 10 for the summer? Yeah. Or spring? It would make my top 10 for the spring. Straight to Heaven by Killian, great fragrance. Viking by Creed, that would be a contender as well. I guess I said these summer and fall fragrances would make it, but there's only 10 spots, so there's a good chance not all of these would make it. So think of these almost as honorable mentions that you'll see in future lists. As long as I still love these fragrances, but I make those lists. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to my rambling today, and I'll be back soon with another fragrance review. Have a good one, guys. Bye.